Welcome to this short video on the course plan assignment. This assignment is due week 1 of the quarter. So the question is, what are we doing? As you saw in your review of the syllabus, you have several assignments coming up in which you have some choice. You'll be participating in a group research assignment, you'll be observing someone teach, and you'll be doing some teaching of your own. You're able to select the venues for the teaching observation and the teaching demos, and you'll be able to indicate a preference for the group research project. So, for this assignment, you will determine the details of the activities so that you can plan accordingly for the class. You may wonder why we're doing this. Well, we will be doing this to do some planning, and the activities that we're planning for meet all of the goals for our class, from using our learning theory to create instructional plans, implementing those instructional plans, and using the feedback from that implementation to improve your instruction. Next question, how do we do it? Well, this assignment has several parts, and all are designed at planning for the coming quarter. Now, before I talk about the different parts, I just want to let you know that I know that things change. So we're making this proposal early in the quarter. You may not have a full understanding of the assignments. You may make plans that you then can't implement. That is fine. I know that things change. This is really just really a planning document. Here's what I hope happens. If things change, that's okay. You can just use the messaging feature in Canvas that's connected with the assignment and let me know about any changes as they come up. So, to do this assignment, you will probably want to check out the instructions and the short video associated with each of the following assignments. So the first one is the observation proposal. Your teaching observation has two parts, and this is the first part, your observation proposal. And for this proposal, you're going to describe who you want to observe, where you are going to observe them, when you're going to observe them, and what you expect to observe during the teaching session. And then the last piece of the proposal is when you plan to submit your observation. And you have some flexibility on that due date because everybody is going to have different times that they're able to do this observation. So I just want you to be done with it by week 5. And the way it works is that you will do the observation and then submit your observation within a week of doing the observation. So here you're just letting me know what your plan is, excuse me, what your plan is for doing this observation. So you get to determine your submission date, and it's based on when you do the observation, and it should be no more than 7 days after the observation and no later than week 5. So that's the observation proposal. The second is the topic project. Your topic, you're going to be doing a group activity where you're going to be researching a topic, and you're going to be creating as a whole class a handbook for teaching. And so each group has one portion of that handbook. And so you get to pick which group you want, and I'll have the list of groups on the topic project page. And so I want you in this section to just put the choices in rank order. So I'd like you to say, I'd like this one, this is my first choice, my second choice, my third choice, etc. I'm going to try to give everybody their first choice, but I do need to have some balance between the different groups. So I will use your rank order to give you the highest choice that I can. The next portion of this is two pieces that are the same, basically, for your practice teaching session proposals. So during the quarter, you're going to do 2 practice teaching sessions with adults, because this is adult education methods. They can be the same audience, or they can be 2 different audiences. You can teach the same thing to 2 different groups, or you can teach different things to the same group, however you'd like to do it. For this proposal portion of the project, I want you to identify the audience and the topic of your first practice session, and then for your second practice session, I also would like to know your proposed dates for those sessions. Ideally, the date of the first one would happen in week 6 or 7, and your date for the second one would be in week 8 or 9. Weeks 7 and 9 are the most ideal times, and so if you could get it done at that point, that would be the best, because I sort of scale back the coursework during week 7 and 9 with the anticipation that you're putting in a lot of energy in your teaching session. So, giving me the details around those practice teaching sessions will also happen in this week. So, you may wonder how you're going to be evaluated. On this, as with almost all the assignments in this class, you'll be graded on a complete incomplete basis. And I'll just grade you complete incomplete on the 4 portions of the assignment: the teaching observation proposal, the topic project, and teaching sessions 1 and 2. And as long as you give me the information asked for, you will be ranked as complete and will get full credit for the assignment. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. This is our first assignment, but it may also be sort of the most confusing assignment because you are having to project forward on stuff that you don't know a whole lot about. So feel free to ask me as many questions as you like. I'm happy to answer them, and I look forward to working with you on the projects that you will